Hello and welcome to the ISE ETF and Index Outlook for August 27, 2012. This is Patrick Sresna. As always, we start off with a chart of the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange rate fund symbol SPY. We last week had a little bit of a pullback off of an attempt to break to higher highs. We are reluctant to want to suggest that that is the major high, as many cases the market comes up numerous times to retest those highs. But we are still of the belief that there is a very poor risk-reward proposition up here, and even if this little flagging formation was able to break and rally even up to the 144, 145 level, any subsequent market correction would likely have us at substantially lower levels than we currently are trading today. So while we certainly will not rule out the possibility that we still have yet to test out those higher levels, again, we believe the risk-reward proposition of the markets here is very poor. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Water Index, which is symbol HHO. Here we have a market that has an uncanny similarity to the S&P 500 as it traded all the way back up to its March-April highs with a direct test of that 94-95 level. And we've been creating an upwards channel along the bottom of this trend line. We more or less now are going to come to a critical level here where as we test this 92 91 area, that's going to be where the water index should naturally find support if there was going to be another push higher. Any material breaks below 92 to 91 would have us consider a number of other consolidating patterns, but right here we're going to give it the benefit of doubt and see whether the water index can hold the support lines coming here in the next dollar lower. Next year, we're going to take a look at the ISE Global Copper Index, which is symbol ISC. We're coming up to some overhead resistance around this 315, 320 area where all the highs came in the months of June and July. It's going to be an important testing zone because if copper rejects off this overhead resistance, then a range-bound market environment is very likely, and we could see a trade right back down to the 290 level down below. Equally, to the same degree, if copper was able to break above these highs, it would be the first sign of positive price action in over 6 months. So we'll be watching to see whether or not copper index has some follow through. Finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Global Wind Index, which is symbol GWE, and the Global Wind Index impressively has raced all the entire last wave of selling that occurred in the month of July. This type of price action is typically positive, as it can result in an inverted head and shoulders pattern, as any consolidations from here, if they don't make lower lows, then it may in fact mean that the wind index has now finished its major sell cycle and may emerge into a buying opportunity as we move forward into the months of September, October, and November. Nonetheless, this overhead resistance level should initially reject, and we will see some form of selling, but if that selling doesn't result into a new wave of accelerated downside move, it may end up emerging as a buying opportunity. That was your ISE ETF and Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.